the big strategic hug with India's most dependable ally. First Modi visit since Ukraine invasion. Power lunch with Putin and diaspora date. Dosti, diplomacy and discounted Russian crude. Namaste Russia. Biggest coverage on India Today.
All right, we have the live visual coming in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi set to depart for Moscow in just a short while. So that's the big news coming up at 11 a.m. Remember, ahead of the visit, Prime Minister Modi has put out a statement. I'm embarking on an official visit to the Russian Federation for the 22nd annual summit, and my first ever visit will be to the Republic of Austria over the next 3 days. The special and privileged strategic partnership between India and Russia has advanced over the past 10 years. But this will be important, remember, because he's looking at people-to-people exchanges. I look forward to reviewing all aspects of bilateral cooperation with the president as well. Remember, Russia has been not just an important nation as an ally, it's been a friend as well, has helped India in several times. President Putin and Prime Minister Modi share a special relationship, specifically for the past few years in terms of whether it's to deal with defense, terrorism. They have shared a friendship as well. India Today's Foreign Affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, is currently tracking the latest on that. Geeta, so in just a short while, we are expecting him to depart. By when will he reach Moscow, and what happens first on the itinerary?
Well, he is departing right now at around 2:50 Moscow time. He arrives at the Vnukovo Second International Airport, and he then has a private dinner on the first day with President Vladimir Putin. So that's the first day's agenda, and then it will be followed by the bilateral meetings and the summit level meeting on the second day. But again, a very important visit for India, for Prime Minister Modi, is also for President Vladimir Putin, wherein there is going to be re-emphasis on how important the India-Russia relations are at a time when the West is really looking to corner and isolate Russia. So an important visit, and one will have to wait and see what the announcements are going to be like, because we've been told that there are going to be some critical announcements. The agenda is extensive, and that the strategic partnership between the two countries will see an uptick. So again, a lot of important developments that we would be seeing on the visit, but this is certainly a very important visit which Prime Minister Narendra Modi has before leaving in his departure statement called the Special and Privileged Strategic Partnership that has advanced over the past 10 years and has included every area that they are going to review all aspects of bilateral cooperation between the two leaders, and then we'll also be sharing perspectives on various regional and global issues. Pooja, might I add over here that there are concerns with regards to Indians who have been stranded in Russia, have been made to fight the war there. That certainly has been a concern. And to a question on that front in Astana to Jaishankar, our External Affairs Minister, the minister said that that issue was taken up with the Russian side.
Geeta, how significant do you think, specifically because it's the first visit after Russia-Ukraine war, and we are friends as much with Ukraine too, isn't it? That's been our statement, our priority. How do you think Prime Minister Modi is going to navigate that front? Because that's going to be very important. That could come as an issue beyond, of course, other issues that India and Russia will focus on.
In fact, even more so important, this is his first bilateral visit after assuming office for the third time. The first time he went was to Italy for the G7 summit, where on the sidelines all the bilaterals took place. But this is his first state visit, a bilateral visit to a country. In the past, we've seen the Indian Premier choose a South Asian country for his first prime ministerial visit. but this time around it's Russia. A clear message that India is going to continue on its neutral path of balancing its act and ties between the West and Russia, as also between Russia and China. For India, China is certainly a concern when it comes to the long-standing border issue, but a major trading partner. So on all those fronts, if you see, Russia does become very important for India, and that's why the significance of this visit is not just the fact that he's visiting Russia, that it is his first bilateral visit to a country after assuming office for the third time.
About your position on the conflict in Ukraine, and I know about your concerns.
You have it, images coming in of Prime Minister Narendra Modi now departing to Russia. A big day indeed in India-Russia relations as well. As we see, these are the live images. Just moments from now, he will be boarding that special flight to take off to Russia. Well, we're looking at the first bilateral visit this term. As soon as Prime Minister Modi has taken over, Modi government 3.0, a first bilateral talk, a visit that Prime Minister Modi takes to Russia. It is indeed of importance for India, showcases the ties between Russia and India, especially directed towards the energy and defense sector. Well, let me also loop in Geeta Mohan joining us for more on that. Geeta, please do elaborate on the importance this visit is for India-Russia relations and ties, the sectors that are ideally going to be discussed.
Well, the sectors that are going to be discussed are energy, very, very important, because at a time when the world is really in the energy security threat, India has been able to manage that with Russia, and despite all the sanctions, India continues to maintain that it will continue buying oil from Russia. Security, another aspect where we have seen cooperation between the two sides at a time when the world is reeling under threats of war and conflict. The two countries have indeed cooperated on the security front. Trade and investment is an interesting aspect that countries will be looking at. Gives a lot of the areas that Russia now is engaged in is under sanction. India did seek waiver on the defense, but trade and investment is something where India will have to see how it navigates the space with the West, because U.S.-India relations are also on a real high, and India would not want to ruffle feathers completely by looking at enhancing trade and investment to an extent that it riles the West. But nonetheless, we will be seeing important development on the trade investment front as well. There was a conversation on local currency swap and exchange of trade in local currency, which means rupiah real exchange, which is going to be significant. It had already started, and one will have to see whether if the Russian currency and the Indian currency can help enhance trade between the two sides. Health, education, culture, tourism. These are areas where there has always been cooperation between the two sides, and that will continue, particularly in the culture, tourism, and education sector. Health saw an enhancement during COVID-19 pandemic, where vaccine cooperation did take place with Russia as well. But again, these are major areas where there will be conversation. The bigger area over here is also going to be strategic and defense. India does depend a lot on Russia in terms of...
Right. Geeta, do stay with us. I'm going to quickly cut across to External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar.
Our discussions contributed to it. But what will come out, you will have to wait till the visit is.
All right. So we're going to try and find out exactly the agenda of this meet. The two leaders have met in total 16 times since Modi became the Prime Minister, but not since Russia invaded Ukraine. So this is indeed important in that sense. Prime Minister Modi, again, in his third term, this is his first time. Since the war with Ukraine, this is the first time. Of course, this will spark conversations along the Western Corridor. Geeta, would you want to pick up on that? The speculation, the talks that this meeting with Vladimir Putin will spark Prime Minister Modi himself arriving into Russia.
To make that the leaders have not met is because most of the multilateral fora that Prime Minister Modi attended, Putin did not attend. And the last one, the SCO summit, where Putin was there, Prime Minister Modi did not attend because of the parliament session. And therefore, there has been this gap, but that gap has nothing to reflect on whether if India and Russia are absolutely engaged or not, because they've had more conversations over the phone than any of the other leaders. So they have been in contact, in touch, regularly talking about the situation that either side is dealing with. And Prime Minister Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin now meeting for the first time since the war is going to be a significant meeting, also a significant visit by Prime Minister Modi. The fact that he chose Russia, that Russia is the first country he's gone to after Italy to engage bilaterally, to engage a country bilaterally. So it is a very important visit, and strategic, defense, cooperation, trade, economics, all aspects are going to be looked into. Critical areas between the two sides are also going to be weighed into by the leaders in terms of reviewing the relationship. But then again, this is at a time that the two leaders are meeting when there is a war that Russia is confronted with. And for Russia, India is important because India is that unique country which has ties with the West and yet is allowed to, or does, continue to engage Russia. Other countries have had to take sides and have been isolated by the West or the world. Any other country that has engaged Russia stands in isolation, stands against the West. But the West has not isolated or not treated India as a pariah in itself is an achievement of India and shows India's standing today and how important India has become. And so Prime Minister Narendra Modi going there is only emphasizing that right now, Russia and India are important partners. Russia stood by India through very difficult times, and India is not then going to betray Russia when Russia is in need of partners and allies. Also, in terms of defense, a huge dependence on Russian equipment and weapons, and therefore there is going to be this cooperation that will continue between the two sides.
You pointed out that as Prime Minister Narendra, all right, we seem to have lost Geeta's connection there, but that's the image here we see of Prime Minister Modi leaving to Russia on a two-day visit, bilateral ties that will be extensively discussed along the defense sector as well, where we're looking at both the nations engaging, which will quite naturally raise eyeballs, considering Prime Minister Modi, as opposed to tradition, where the newly elected Indian Prime Minister is supposed to be visiting a neighboring country. He's this time chosen Russia. Right after Italy, he decides to now visit Russia for his bilateral talks with the country's Prime Minister. Now, Narendra Modi will be flying out to Moscow in a little while from now. Those are the images that came in of him just about boarding that special chartered flight. This is Prime Minister Modi's first visit to Russia right after the Russia-Ukraine war began. He will be landing in Moscow by this evening and will head straight to the private dinner that's been organized by the Russian president. In fact, the Prime Minister will also lay out the wreath at Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Kremlin during his visit. The meeting is said to be quite a significant one as it focuses on strengthening bilateral ties between the two nations. Both leaders will be discussing global security. In fact, a key focus area here will be on real-time payment mechanism and the use of RuPay cards in Russia and the MIR cards in India. So, digital focus extensively. India is a leader with digitization. Here we're looking at the country, Russia. They're, of course, borrowing some of the technology, discussions on that front as well, and more importantly, energy and defense sector. That's really going to be the focus areas. This will be very interesting to see what the Western corridor has to say, with Prime Minister Modi physically arriving into Russia in a little while from now for his two-day bilateral meet with Russia. I'm going to cut across to Gaurav Sawant. He's extensively been reporting right from the ground on Prime Minister Modi's visit, what this means for the both countries.
Right behind me is the tomb of the unknown soldier here at the Kremlin in Moscow, Russia. The tomb of the unknown soldier. Those who made the supreme sacrifice of their lives fighting and stalling the advance of the German army in the Second World War between 1941 and 45 here. In fact, the legend is that the Russians had pulled back to an extent but stalled the German army right on the outskirts of Moscow, barely 41 kilometers away from Leningrad. And this is where a large number of Russian soldiers made the supreme sacrifice of their lives. What it says here is soul-stirring. Your name unknown, your deed immortal. In fact, when a couple gets married here in Moscow and in several parts of Russia, they actually come here to pay their respects, to pay homage to the unknown soldier. The belief is, because the soldiers made the supreme sacrifice of their lives, that the next generation and future generations in Russia are able to live and carry forward their lives. This is truly a national pilgrimage site here in Russia. When any head of state and government, when they come here to Moscow, they first pay their respects, their homage at the tomb of the unknown soldier, and then the official visit starts. At the Kremlin in Moscow, Gaurav Sawant for India Today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first bilateral visit after his re-election as Prime Minister for the third term is to Russia. And this sends out a very important message, not just to Russia, but across the world. And this is the message that the world is watching at this stage. It's a shot in the arm for Russia, and President Putin is rolling out the red carpet for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Extensive interaction, extensive engagement, whether it's on oil, defense cooperation, reviewing the entire gamut of relationship, or sorting out the issues that are there, whether it's rupee-ruble trade or people-to-people contact, or to take the economy forward, engagement on the economic front. All of these will be discussed, all of these will be on the table with an aim of finding a solution to some of these problems. The trade imbalance, $60 billion worth of exports from Russia to India, just about $5 to $6 billion worth of export from India to Russia. So that's one major imbalance that India seeks to address in this scenario, at a time when Indian businesses are slightly hesitant to invest in Russia given the sanctions regime that the West has imposed. So this relationship is not just about taking the relationship between India and Russia to the next level, strengthening it even further, but also to figure out how the world can perhaps look to become more peaceful. India is not mediating between Russia and Ukraine. That's not India's job. At the same time, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has repeatedly said that this is not an era for war. That signal goes out very effectively. Peace pays rich dividends for all. Gaurav Sawant at the Kremlin in Russia for India Today.
The visit is very significant. It is taking place after a gap of 3 years. Russia is now one of very important sources of crude energy resources in India. Also, trade have expanded in other areas. So this visit becomes very important for the leaders to exchange views on all these developments in bilateral relationship, but also other regional and international issues of mutual interest.
All right. As usual and as always, Prime Minister Modi's visit to any country calls upon the Indian diaspora in large numbers. Here too, an excited lot. Gaurav Sawant, who's had a chat with them, let's hear it.
भारतीय समुदाय को क्या उम्मीद है प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी से, क्योंकि वो भारतीय समुदाय को भी यहाँ संबोधित करेंगे?
कि हम लोगों को बहुत उम्मीद है। सबसे बड़ी है जो हमारी जो आह्वान थी कि प्रधानमंत्री जी और पुतिन जी बैठ करके कम से कम रूपी रूबल ट्रेड पर एक बार बात करें, क्योंकि इसके बगैर जो है हमारा ट्रेड जो है रुका हुआ है। उसके बगैर कोई अच्छी तरीके से जो हम आगे कर सकते हैं, तो बड़े ट्रेड को बढ़ा सकते हैं, वो नहीं हो पा रहा है। और ये मुद्दा काफ़ी दिनों से बढ़ता चला जा रहा है। मेरे ख्याल से केवल मोदी जी और पुतिन इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। अगर ये हो जाता है तो हमारा जो कल्चर भी बढ़ेगा, बिजनेस बढ़ेगी और सारी चीज़ें उसके साथ साथ चलेंगी, क्योंकि रूपी रूबल ट्रेड जरूरी है।
Something has happened this time. I cannot tell you. The whole Russia is talking about. It's more exciting. You can say everybody's excited. Everybody knows about this thing. Russian media has been covering it very positively, and it's again the proud moment for the Russians, because Prime Minister is coming for the first bilateral visit after his third time coming to the power. So it talks too much for Russia, and Russian sees this is one more milestone in their friendship.
हम तो बिल्कुल बहुत सालों से इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि माननीय हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी रसिया में आए। ये भारत और रसिया के बीच में और ज्यादा मधुरता लाएगा, वो यहाँ पे आएंगे। तो हमें बहुत ज्यादा खुशी है कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी यहाँ पे आ रहे हैं, तो बहुत ज्यादा हम उनका वेट कर रहे हैं।
बहुत अच्छी बात होगी इंडिया और रशिया के रिलेशनशिप बढ़ाने के लिए, और काफ़ी टाइम के बाद यहाँ पर उनका आना हुआ है। पहले कई सालों पहले वो आए थे, कोविड के पहले आए हुए थे। तो मुझे लगता है अभी इस वॉर सिचुएशन को लेके बहुत कुछ अच्छा ही, कुछ पॉजिटिव होने वाला है यूक्रेन और इसके वॉर को लेके।
I'm very proud of it because I'm a yoga teacher, and it's connecting dancing, yoga, and when I can do something for make responsible for the Indian people, for the Indian country, for me it's like I'm honored.
We are going to perform in front of Prime Minister, and it's a big honor for us. And we are going to perform our dance, which called Paripahi. So we are going to perform, and we are really, exciting about it, and we're waiting for applause and support from audience. I'm learning Kathak dance for maybe 7 years, and I'm happy that finally I can present this beautiful, my favorite art form in front of Narendra Modi, and I'm happy that this event is happening, that Narendra Modi is visiting Moscow, and it means that relationship between two my beloved countries are really strong.
All right, let me quickly cut across to why this visit here of Prime Minister Modi into Russia is really important this time around. Of course, this is the first visit of Prime Minister Modi to Russia in his third term, yes, but more importantly, right after the Russia-Ukraine war began. We also know that New Delhi maintains a balancing stand over this war. Of course, Prime Minister Modi has time and again reiterated that war is not the answer, though India has taken a neutral stance on that. And also both the countries to strengthen strategic ties. India and Russia are looking at discussions in the sectors of defense and energy. In fact, India's dependence on Russia for defense supplies is well known, so this is going to be one of the points on the agenda to be discussed. Of course, India continues to buy discounted Russian crude oil as well, which is why we're looking at, despite changing prices of crude oil across the globe, India still has a lot more balanced pricing in that sense. Though it is high, but compared to the world prices, India does get crude oil for a much better price from Russia. Important meeting between the two countries. Gaurav Sawant, who's right there on the ground, he's been tracking the movements of Prime Minister Modi. Gaurav, what is at stake here really for India-Russia relationship? This meeting here with Prime Minister Modi and Putin, how is it really going to bolster the two countries' ties and an impact it will have on the countries' relationship altogether?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Russian President Vladimir Putin enjoy a very warm relationship. In fact, it's often said that the Russian president listens to Prime Minister Narendra Modi much more than he does to several other world leaders. And that is why when Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting had said that this is not an era for war, that was a message that the entire world had appreciated. Now, India is not mediating between Russia and Ukraine. That's not India's job. At the same time, India and Russia are together taking their bilateral relationship to another level. That's the effort, that how does this become a defining relationship in this region. And this actually shows India's growing power, India's multi-aligned. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Italy for the G7 multilateral summit, and there you'd seen how the West engaged so extensively with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and here his first bilateral visit in his third term is to Russia. So that sends out a very, very strong signal to the entire world. This relationship, an effort is from people-to-people ties to critical technology. This relationship becomes multi-dimensional and much stronger in the years ahead.
All right. There you have it. Those are new images of Prime Minister Modi leaving to Russia. He's boarded that special Air India flight that's going to be taking him to Russia in a little while from now. He will be holding bilateral talks, meeting with the Indian diaspora, and extensively will be discussing diplomatic ties and, of course, the defense capabilities to be strengthened. India is at this point depending on Russia in some areas of defense supplies, and we know that this is going to be a moot point of discussion here. That's the image here of Prime Minister Narendra Modi taking off to Russia. Will certainly result in a lot of talk, as Prime Minister Modi here has deviated from convention at this point, decides to visit Russia. The tradition otherwise is that a newly elected Indian Prime Minister visits neighboring countries, which Prime Minister Modi, we believe, followed to the T the first two terms. At that point, we know that he did visit Maldives, Sri Lanka. This time, he's visited, of course, Italy last month, but that was for a multilateral meeting of the G7 leaders. But this is appearing to be a first bilateral meet that Prime Minister Modi is carrying out in Russia. He's chosen Russia as the country where he decides to carry out bilateral talks. The visit, of course, is certainly a statement and of huge importance. This relationship that India and Russia shares will be etched and bolstered with Prime Minister Modi's visit. And that's the image that we're getting here of Prime Minister Modi taking off to Russia. We're going to get visuals as and when he arrives, but here's a quick look at Prime Minister Modi taking the chartered flight and headed to Russia. And of course, I'm going to repeat it again, the kind of relations that India and Russia hold. At this point, this meeting is only going to be strengthening bilateral relations. We know that regional and global security is the major concern and focus. Both countries battle and fight with terror. At this point, this is also going to be on the agenda here, regional and global security. More importantly, trade imbalance and exports also going to be on the agenda to be extensively discussed, and allowing the use of RuPay card in Russia, the MIR card as well in India. So digitization is going to be one area of conversation as India really leads the way in that front. We know this is surely going to be an extensive part of their talks. Gaurav Sawant, who's still with us on that. Gaurav, really, what is the mood out there within the Indian diaspora? We know that, of course, Russia at this point is currently in war with Ukraine. It could be somber moments in that country. And Indians now getting to receive and see the Prime Minister. What's the mood, the pulse that you caught on the ground?
The Indian diaspora is extremely excited about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Russia. Prime Minister Modi is quite well respected in this part of the world, not just by the Indian community, which of course thinks that their pride, their respect goes up, and we've interacted with some of them. You'll be listening to that conversation. But apart from that, the Russians respect Prime Minister Narendra Modi for taking an independent foreign policy which is in India's national interest. You'd recall Russian President Vladimir Putin has spoken about that very extensively, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a nationalist. He thinks of his nation first and he only acts in the interest of his nation. The fact that India has taken crude oil from Russia at discounted prices through this period and then exported some of it to the other parts of the world, that's kept oil prices down globally and helped India and kept India in good stead. All of that is not missed by Russia. It's not missed by India. It's not missed by the Indian diaspora here. Their engagement is also increasing extensively here. Russia, India, people-to-people ties are also increasing. But are they at the level where they should be in a country where the engagement has been extremely warm since India's independence, from the times of, Khrushchev and Bulganin and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru through 1971 treaty that then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi had signed a peace treaty with Russia, and to these times this relationship has only become stronger with every passing decade. The effort is to take it to the next level, from people to people, to government and business to business.
All right, let me quickly cut across to all the politics that's currently playing now over Prime Minister Modi's visit to Russia. We know that the Congress party at this point slams the Prime Minister for his Russia visit, saying while Prime Minister Modi could find time to visit Russia, not once has he decided to visit Manipur. Congress says Modi visiting Moscow but not Manipur. Rahul Gandhi visited Manipur thrice, but the Prime Minister has not visited Manipur once. In fact, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi has spoken to India Today in response to what the Congress has said. Let's hear it.
केंद्रीय मंत्री और बीजेपी के वरिष्ठ नेता मुख्तार अब्बास नकवी जी, सर, प्रधानमंत्री के रशिया विजिट को लेकर काफी राजनीति हो रही है। अब कांग्रेस ये कह रही है कि नॉन बायोलॉजिकल प्राइम मिनिस्टर जो है वो रशिया जा रहे हैं, बल्कि राहुल गांधी मणिपुर जा रहे हैं। वो कई बार मणिपुर जा रहे हैं, लोगों के दर्द में साथ में खड़े।
प्रधानमंत्री जी की मॉस्को विजिट का मकसद कंस्ट्रक्टिव है और पप्पू जी की मणिपुर विजिट की मंशा जो है वो डिस्ट्रक्टिव है। प्रधानमंत्री जी देश की सुरक्षा, देश की सार्वभौमिकता और देश की समृद्धि को सशक्त करने के तमाम तरह के उपाय कर रहे हैं। वहीं पर ये पप्पू जी का जो मणिपुर का पॉलिटिकल पर्यटन है, वो वहां की सुरक्षा और वहां के लोगों की सुरक्षा पर पलीता लगाने की कोशिश है। उससे भी इम्पोर्टेंट है कि मैं पहली बार देख रहा हूं कि प्रधानमंत्री जो है वो ऑफिशियल विजिट पे कहीं विदेश में है और यहां पर जो है वो इस पर सियासत लोग कर रहे हैं। इससे पहले नेहरू जी भी गए।
All right, so you have BJP's Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi quoting Nehru's visit as well, so says what's wrong in it. Of course, the Congress finding ammunition, saying Rahul Gandhi has visited Manipur, but Prime Minister Modi has not found time to visit Manipur, not once. Instead, he has chosen to visit Russia at this point. Remember, this is a bilateral meet that Prime Minister Modi is having, representing India in Russia. The two countries are going to be discussing extensively energy and defense sectors, along with digitization, while Manipur, on the other hand, will see Rahul Gandhi's arrival today. He's going to be visiting Manipur today after that violence, and Congress there pointing fingers at the Prime Minister, saying Rahul Gandhi has visited Manipur thrice, but the Prime Minister decides not to visit Manipur, instead chooses Russia. Let me cut across to Gaurav Sawant, who is joining us live from Moscow. Gaurav, if you want to comment on the politics that's now brewing around Prime Minister Modi's visit, and of course, do add on the agenda that will play out today with his visit there in the country. How is it really going to bolster the ties between the two nations?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's historic visit to Moscow, his first bilateral after winning election for a third time. It's very crucial. This sends out a very big signal, not just to Russia. Russia has actually laid out the red carpet for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It sends out a signal to this region. It sends out a signal to the entire world. It shows the world how close India-Russia relationship truly is in a scenario where India and America, India and the West are also very closely linked. It just shows how well India is able to do this balancing act. West on the one side is a strategic partner, America is a strategic partner, and Russia remains a very strong strategic partner for over 50 years. This visit is extremely crucial because here, the Prime Minister and the Russian President, when they meet for the first time as part of their bilateral summit in the Prime Minister's third tenure, they'll be talking about energy security, very crucial to India's economy. They talk about defense and strategy, again very important given the tensions at India's borders. They also talk about connectivity, which takes straight forward. There's the Vladivostok-Chennai corridor. There is some work that's already progressed there. They
available to India for development of in the field of defense. Again, something which is extremely critical. So these are areas where the two countries talk about the trade imbalance. Remember, Russia exports cheap crude oil to India, which India then returns and then exports to the world. That's done. Indian economy is very good in the past 7 years. The plan is continuous. Nabila is also into a situation that the trade imbalance is such that India-Russia
balance is such that India-Russia bilateral trade, which stands at approximately $65 billion, $60 billion plus is in Russia's favor, just about $4 billion plus is in India's favor. So this trade imbalance, how can this be addressed? How can the rupee-ruble exchange be improved in terms of can Russia invest more in India? What are areas where Russia will invest in India? These are issues that the Prime Minister and the Russian President will talk about when they have their exclusive, one-on-one meeting, when they have the restricted meeting. Then he hosts, today there's a private dinner for the Prime Minister. Tomorrow there's a working lunch for the delegation. So very, very crucial. And then there's a diaspora event that's also been scheduled because diaspora, they are India's ambassadors to whichever country they are in, and there are a large number here in Russia. So that is what makes this engagement very, very extensive before the Prime Minister, of course, departs for Austria on the second leg of his two-nation tour.
All right, Gaurav in Moscow there, giving us all the updates. In about a few hours, Prime Minister Modi is all due to arrive into Moscow. He will be holding that extensive talk. 2 days. He will be staying in Russia. Very important meet, all eyes on it. India Today, of course, bringing you every angle and the spotlight on this story. Thanks very much, Gaurav.